I'm gonna look forward to that fight. Really, that's gonna be an interesting fight. I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just gonna overpower him. He's gonna catch up with him and overpower him. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Little guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit because they're smaller.
Mike Tyson made a bold prediction of the outcome of the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship bout after his press conference.
Some stuff in the media like this is really personal between me and Oleksandr Usyk. It's not personal. It's strictly business for both fighters, you know. There's a lot of stuff on the line and all that, but I don't hate him. He don't hate me. He's a good husband, good God-fearing man, so I respect him as a man, as a fighter.
The fight this weekend between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk has grabbed the attention of many headlines over the past few days, and as an authority in the sport, the baddest man on the planet has made his prediction. It seems strange that instead of choosing the top 10 the guy is choosing someone who never boxed before. Do you think he's scared? Yeah, of course, you'd be afraid. As the bout between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul near the two fighters faced off Monday night, following a press conference, both Tyson and Paul seemed to be in good spirits, giving each other smiles, before ending the face-off with a handshake. And after the press conference, while he exited the building, Mike Tyson was asked to make his predictions ahead of this weekend's Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship title fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr.
It seems strange that instead of choosing the top 10 guy, the guy is choosing someone who never boxed before.
Do you think he's scared?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Greedy belly, afraid.
Usyk, the bout, which will be hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, will take place on May 18th after a number of postponements. The Gypsy King will take on the unbeaten Ukrainian in a highly anticipated bout, with his last fight having seen him taken the distance by Francis Ngannou. But before we delve into Mike Tyson's prediction for this highly anticipated bout, let's check out how the press conference went between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. The fight between the legendary boxer and the up-and-coming Paul takes place on Saturday, July 20th. At AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The fight will stream live on Netflix. At Monday's press conference, Paul didn't downplay the hype surrounding the fight, calling it the biggest fight of the 21st century per the New York Post. Jared Schwartz, this is quite literally the biggest fight of the 21st century, Paul said, because of the fact that it's Mike Tyson versus me, but also the fact that it's in 700 million households. Tyson, 57, is no stranger to the boxing world. He has a 506 all-time record with a professional career spanning 20 years and was the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990, but Tyson is nearly 20 years removed from his professional boxing days and last stepped in the ring in an exhibition fight against Roy Jones during 2020. His fight with Jones ended in a draw. "I'm doing great, but my body is right now. I'm sore. I'm really sore," Tyson said at Monday's press conference.
And so I respect that. I respect them for taking this fight, for stepping up to try to put an end to me. Because that's what all these fighters have been trying to do, is end the YouTuber. And if Mike can do that, then he's a hero.
Paul is relatively new to the sport, with his first fight coming in 2020, but he's found success early on with a 9-1 record and 6 knockouts. Paul is looking to earn some respect as a boxer, and taking down Tyson this summer would help with that quest. The 57-year-old Tyson, speaking at New York City's Apollo Theater during a press conference to promote a fight against an opponent who is 30 years his junior, said he wants to show the world he is still a great fighter. "I really like Jake a lot. But once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life depends on it, because it will be," said Tyson. The heavyweight bout at the Arlington, Texas home of the NFL's Dallas Cowboys will be contested over 8 2-minute rounds, with each fighter using 14 gloves. The outcome will be included in both fighters' professional boxing records. Tyson, who said he requested the shorter rounds because he feels it will lead to greater action and a more entertaining fight, shot back at critics who suggested he is making a big mistake by returning to boxing. "The people who said that wish they were up here," said Tyson, "because no one else can do it. Who else can do this? Who else can shut the sporting world down? No one else can do it, so you got the both of us were friends. But in that ring, we're not going to be friends." Tyson also said he did not hesitate at the chance to fight Paul. "It was a no-brainer," said Tyson. "He was the new up-and-coming guy on the scene, and I like shaking the sports world to its core, and I'm doing it now. It's just something I want to do." No.
Too old to be fighting a guy who's 28.
Well, I'm beautiful.
Is the training camp going? Because we see the 30-second clips with Rafael Cordero and your whole team, but could you give us a little more insight into how things are going?
I'm doing great, but my body's right now. I'm
Paul, a 27-year-old YouTube influencer turned boxer, has won 9 of 10 boxing matches with 6 knockouts against a mix of celebrities and middling fighters. He suffered his sole career boxing loss in February 2023 when he lost a split decision to Tommy Fury, the half-brother of World Boxing Council heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. Paul said people should not overlook Tyson's age. Doesn't matter, age is just a number. He's a killer, he's a warrior, he's been doing this his whole entire life. So it's second nature to him. I've been doing this for 40 years, Paul said. Paul suggested he is being underestimated by Tyson and boasted that he has more power than the man once considered one of the most feared men in the world. I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to have to fight through adversity. I might even go to the canvas, said Paul. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me, it's about going into it even though I am scared. And that's what true bravery is. Tyson and Paul will participate in another press conference on Thursday in Arlington, but before then, Mike Tyson was asked about his pick ahead of the match between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury. Once they were done with the press conference, Mike Tyson is fully aware of what it takes to step into the ring and partake in huge heavyweight clashes with so much on the line. The former world champion will be watching this weekend when Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk meet with all 4 world titles up for grabs. Fury and Usyk were originally to be faced off on February 17th, but the more-born fighter was forced to withdraw after suffering a cut above his eye in sparring, and now Tyson Fury will defend H World Boxing Council belt against Usyk, who will put his World Boxing Association, International Boxing Federation, and World Boxing Organization titles on the line when they meet in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on May 18th. And speaking to a reputable news source, Iron Mike Tyson gave his prediction for the fight and broke down how he believes it will go. He said, "Hey, we should not focus on what Fury did against Emanu. But you have to understand that he is still the champion. He made that night a great night. He gave Francis the opportunity, and it was just a bad night at the office for him. We all have bad nights, and listen, that was his bad night. I look forward to that fight, Fury versus Usyk. That is going to be an interesting fight." Mike Tyson said, "I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just going to overpower him. He's going to catch up with him and overpower him. I got to go with Fury. I think he's the best fight in the world, especially in the heavyweight division. Great fighters lose, great fighters look bad. That doesn't stop them from being great fighters." Since defeating Deontay Wilder to win the WBC crown back in March 2020, Fury has defended his title against Wilder, Dillian Whyte, and Derek Chisora, while Usyk defended his unified titles against Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Ahead of Fury and Usyk going to battle for all the marbles, Matchroom chief Herm also made a stunning U-turn in his prediction. The English promoter originally sided with his fellow countryman before picking the former cruiserweight world champion. But the 44-year-old now believes Fury will not only win, but also stop Usyk. On X, he wrote, "Changed my mind again. Fury by stoppage."
No, I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, you have to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
For sure, I think it's 50-50, I truly believe that there's a lot of people who, see me as a...
However, Oleksandr Usyk has done the most inventive thing to ensure he proves many of these boxing legends wrong. The Ukrainian went to impressive lengths to find sparring partners who could imitate Tyson Fury ahead of their world heavyweight title unification clash this weekend. The Brit, who stands just a shade under 7 feet tall, is no ordinary heavyweight and presents a number of unique challenges to his opponents. Fury will tower above Usyk when they meet in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday, and will also enjoy a significant reach advantage in the ring ahead of the biggest fight of his professional career. Usyk was determined to commit to an intense training regime. Per a news source, the 37-year-old racked up more than 250 rounds of sparring. Typically, these rounds would be 3.5 minutes long with just a 20-second rest period. Finding sparring partners to replicate the man mountain that is Fury was never going to be an easy task, which is why Team Usyk created an app named Ready to Fight. The app has been called the world's first social platform for professional boxing and was launched by Usyk last year. According to Oleksandr Usyk's manager Sergey Lapin, Ready to Fight has played a pivotal role in Usyk's training camp. It's become significantly easier to find sparring partners since we launched Ready to Fight. Instead of calling 100 contacts trying to organize everything now, everything is all in your phone. You have direct access to a manager or a fighter, and everything is transparent. The vast majority of Usyk's sparring partners were actually found through the app. They have come from different countries all over the world we don't have a connection to. For example, Africa, which we've had a few sparring partners from. Without the app, it would have been hard to find guys with the same weight and height as Fury. Of course, there are still guys who Usyk sparred before that came into camp this time as well. The vast majority was found through the app. The revolutionary app even utilizes artificial intelligence technology to match with the best-suited fighters based on the parameters given within the app. This was evidently useful for Usyk, as there are very few fighters of a similar build to the Gypsy King, as crucial as the app has been in helping Usyk prepare to face Fury. It also believes that the Ready to Fight platform could prove a helpful springboard for young fighters around the world. As a world champion who started his journey from humble beginnings, I am intimately familiar with the challenges that await young athletes along the way. Such a platform can democratize our sport and open doors for talented boxers from all over the world, wherever they live, whatever their background and financial means. Like and subscribe, press the button for more updates. See you in the next one.